Imagine this. You're meeting up with an old friend, maybe someone you haven't seen in years. You could go to your house, but it's probably messy. You could go outside, to the Locks, Oak Grove, or City Park, but there's always a chance of bad weather and mosquitoes. A restaurant feels too formal. You need a place that's quiet and casual, without the pressure of buying an entire meal or staying for hours. Here's another situation. You're starting a book club and need a place to gather. It should be centrally located, somewhere where everyone can meet in the middle. There should be comfortable seating and drinks to sip on. Where do you host the meeting? Or, say you're working on a group project with your peers. You need space and a quiet atmosphere so you can focus. If you're like me, then as you thought of these things, a coffee shop came to mind first. To see if I wasn't the only one, I took a poll asking similar questions. An overwhelming majority of people agreed with me that coffee shops were the best choice for all three scenarios. Responses included that it was cozy and comfortable, and a less awkward place to meet if you hadn't seen someone in a while. People also said that the overall atmosphere of a coffee shop makes for a perfect group gathering, and that it's a quiet place for having discussion. Now, coffee shops certainly are good places for meetups, dates, book clubs, or study sessions. But what makes them so special? It's just coffee, right? After all, other countries, especially Europe, like to make fun of how Americans enjoy our coffee. It's no secret that nationwide chains like Starbucks, Dunkin', or 7 Brew offer an excessive amount of choices. You could go up to the register at Starbucks and order a venti oat milk iced latte with 2 extra shots, 5 pumps of mocha, whipped cream, caramel drizzle, and the register would say, "No problem, that'll be $10.99. Some might also look down on our coffee culture because of its casual nature compared to Europe. Nescafé, an instant coffee company based in Switzerland, defines our coffee culture as one of speed and quantity, arguing that grabbing a quick drink on the way to work. Now, might apply to bigger nationwide chains like Starbucks or Dunkin'. Local coffee shops serve an additional purpose. A Vine Coffee House, shop located in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, defines the role of a local shop in the community. In their blog, they mention a term which is credited to sociologist Ray Oldenburg. For most of us, a first place would be home, a second place would be school or work, and lastly, there is a third place. These are accessible, welcoming places where people can meet, relax, and socialize without pressure or hierarchy. Third places are becoming increasingly valuable as the world continues to grow more screen-dependent, and face-to-face interaction is often something that most people crave but are unsure of where to go to experience it. Coffee shops serve as a unique third place, and they shouldn't have to stand out to be an important part of society. The beauty of local shops is that there's truly something for everyone. And this idea extends even beyond the atmosphere, whether you like plain and simple or sweet, like this Lucky Charm latte. Or maybe you don't like coffee at all and would prefer a giant cinnamon roll or chocolate croissant. I happen to be a barista, and if there's one thing I love just as much as making coffee, it's trying it. In fact, every time I'm on a trip, I like to scout out the area for any local coffee shops. Maybe you do this too. Because of it, I visited a lot of places, each one with their own distinct personality. Firehouse Coffee in Fort Monroe is located in the U.S. Army's oldest firehouse. If you walk out of Belty's Farm Cafe, you'll find a barn full of cows and chickens. Estrella is across from the Virginia Beach Courthouse and has judicial-themed drinks and beautiful outdoor seating. Crucible is dog and extended family friendly with a variety of places to sit. These are just a few of my favorites, and I've had a unique experience at each. Now, you might be thinking, coffee shops as my third place sounds great, but why does it have to be local? In my research, I found that participating in local coffee shop culture helps the community in several ways. I mentioned earlier that I'm a barista, so I'd like to introduce you to the place that I work. Texas Street Coffee is located inside of Big Ugly Brewery and was established in 2018 when my boss and the owner, Julianne Anderson, moved here from Maryland. When she came to Chesapeake, she felt like a local space for gathering was missing. TEDxGreat has thrived as a business because of its connection to the community and high-quality coffee. She says that Texas, along with other local shops, are set apart from bigger nationwide chains for 2 reasons. First, we care deeply about the people we serve. They aren't just customers, but friends, family, teachers, and valued members of the community. Second, we care deeply about what we serve. Our beans are roasted right here in Chesapeake, and we put attention to detail in making every drink. Getting coffee from chains, on the other hand, might be quick and easy, but you miss out on experiencing the personality of a local shop. Ever heard of Classic Donuts? TEDxGreat also supports other small businesses by constantly hosting pop-up shops for bakeries, small boutiques, or even floral companies. Supporting mom-and-pop businesses like TEDxGreat, Abide Coffee House, or Belty's also strengthens the local economy. According to Forbes magazine, $68 out of every $100 spent at a local business stays within the community, creating jobs and fostering unique community character. Inviting others to a coffee shop to work, read, or just have conversation is a great way to connect with them and socialize in a comfortable environment. Lastly, going local allows you to enjoy the personal nature of each shop, whether you like the atmosphere of a brewery or a quaint farmhouse. So, if you're a student, whether in high school or college, I encourage you to find a third place of your own. In fact, I believe people of all ages would find great benefits in discovering one. I know I speak for many of us when I say I spend enough time already at school or my house. Local coffee shops serve as convenient third places, so why not utilize them? The next time you need a caffeine fix, go local. The next time you need a place to study, go local. The next time you're planning to catch up with a friend, go local. Avoid the awkward formality of a restaurant or the bugginess of Oak Grove Park. You'll often find higher quality, more personal attention, and you'll be helping your community grow. As a society, we need more ways to connect with one another, more support for our mom and pop stores, and more ways to engage with our communities. Local coffee shops are a great place to start. Thank you.